Okay, welcome back guys to Blood Bowl. It has been a while. Let's see if I can still play this thing. It's Lorenzo here, going through an online Blood Bowl commentary / match. I will be playing as Rattail Roulette, my Skaven team, who have the amazing Gutter Runner. Level 4 Gutter Runner, 2 linemen, level 2, Rat Ogre level 4, a thrower. It could get messy against Lizardmen essentially, which is going to be pretty brutal. So, without further ado, let's just have a quick look at their team. They have a Saurus with block, a Skink with sidestep, a Skink with sprint and sure feet, and a sidestep Skink. What am I expecting from this match? Okay, well, it's going to be pretty quick. Any injuries it can get will be amazing. I don't think there's going to be many. Target the Skinks is usually the plan with Lizardmen, and I don't think anything's changed. He will be targeting my little precious
Hi everyone, it's Jim and Bob here, bringing you yet another Blood Bowl encounter.
I just can't get enough of this sport, Bob, and I imagine that it's the same for our viewers.
They love it, Jim. We'll soon be providing even more
add in some boxes
thanks to our new fist cam technology.
Yes, it's amazing how many cameras you can build into a knuckle duster.
Which should mean a pretty easy first touchdown. Let's try and have a think about how we want to address this. Now, I believe I still have a Storm Vermin on the field, however he's only level 1. Can't expect him to be beating on anyone. It's almost worth... What have I got? Juggernaut. Fend, stand firm or wrestle skills against blocks, but he may choose to treat a both down result as pushed, but has been rolled instead, which makes him very good at pushing around any Sauruses that he has, including the block ones. He does have a Croc score. He's also got Claw. He doesn't have Claw. I thought he had Claw. Nope, he doesn't have Claw. That's my imagination. So, that's not going to be a plan that I can employ. We can let him set up. I do want to do as much damage as possible for obvious reasons. Let's have a think. So, Thrower's only got pass and sure hands, which means it's going to be pretty tricky to do anything. Critic can stand at the back just to help out if he needs to. There should be no
a recent
problem
medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players.
Amazing! Hold the ball and take it forward.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less
single. I should have a... Ah, good, I got a wrestle. So we can make him do that. This guy has guard, so let's use him there. I do want to go for those any injuries I can cause to his Skinks is a bonus, so I'm going to be prepared with that. Hopefully he won't get a blitz. That's always a hopeful.
3,
Salut.
2, 1,
bust up!
Ah, he gets an extra reroll. Just say hi, good luck, have fun, and go to the rolls. So yeah, that's basically what I was expecting. Let's start off with the blocking. Any injuries here would be fantastic, but I don't think they're going to happen.
That right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it.
Don't really want to risk it on him yet, so... We'll go for one knock and we can reroll if it goes horrible. Good thing it did.
It's amazing that the Skaven are such good runners.
It stands to reason. The slow ones get eaten in the junior leagues.
Okay, which means I'm going to employ... I'm not going to go for the one-turn touchdown purely because... it'll get messy. We'll push this guy here. I want to see if I can hit down that, but apparently not. Which is good, because apparently he rolled wild animal. I'm not sure what happened there. He just seemed to not do whatever I had planned for him, which is fine. So let's try and get rid of this very talented skink. I don't like him.
Ouch!
It's not perfect, but it'll do.
Teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim. That's never a nice sight.
Okay, we'll move this guy here. Go for a 2-die block, knock him down, fantastic.
He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean?
Move Alteric just underneath here, where he won't be so easy to take.
We don't see much of the heroes of lore these days.
I don't know.
Move
For any
Fintook to take the
spectators who
ball
aren't
up.
aware, the heroes of lore hope to show the world a better way by honest,
I
strategic
should have
playing
reduced
on the pitch.
the sound
Probably a good thing
of
we
the
don't see them.
commentators. And I'm done. I didn't really want to move that. Got to run it anyway. A relatively good turn, I'm happy about it. It didn't, well, apart from the reroll used, but overall, not too displeased. There is going to be a few hits he can take back, which is going to make me want to score quite quickly. But we shall see. Brobham didn't get into the fray, just a bit of a pain. But so far, a good start. I believe this one has got up, as has this one thrown his block, so he hasn't got too many more blocks to throw at me. I've got a gap to use here, and basically once this gutter runner is through with sprint and block and dodge, he will be extremely hard to stop moving. Oh, excellent. Bonehead failed. Is he going to use a reroll? He has an extra one. He does. Ow. This could hurt. But it doesn't. I get lucky.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
But the good thing about these gutter runners is I can basically move wherever I like. Naturally, he's moving his players around like this. He's failed that, which is fine by me.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from
So at least he
the
uses a reroll
sidelines.
back.
Were you playing at the time in an Albion league?
Now, where's
a
my
second
guard?
division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star.
So-
The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
I'm going to get Brobham straight into the action here. First of all, I'm not going to pass it, even though I want to get him XP. It's a 1 in 9 chance he'll fail it. So I'm just going to hand it over. He does catch
Nice
it, but only
play
with a
the ball.
reroll.
They've been training well.
That's never good. That's even worse. That's even worse.
We'd like to see
More up at
Ow.
the end of the match for him.
With an injury like that, I think we're talking career, don't you, Bob?
I can't afford to re-roll that. So a bit of poor luck and that's not good. That's not good at all. I should have moved this guy forward. I was just trying to make a gap here for him. Oh well. He would have been fine with both down thanks to Juggernaut, but it didn't work out that way. Now he has a 3-die block against me, and he knocks me to the floor.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years
that was bad.
have been tied up by their fans.
I knew it was
and
risky,
thrown
but at the
into
same time I
rubbish
thought it was
containers.
one of
It's
the
the
least
only way to
risky
end a downward
moves.
spiral.
I've always been confused as to why so many French people play this game. I know it's a French game.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this
now,
at home.
do I have
Remember,
any
these are seasoned
reserves?
professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
I think a couple are off on duty. Ow.
He sent him down for a chat
So
with
the best
Astro
chance I have
Granite.
now is to somehow clear the ball up, get this guy in, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like it's going to work out very well for me right now. That fail really brought my whole formation down. I was going to use him to sort of push apart and get away. Now I'm going to have to fluke it, which is going to be tough. Oh, Blood Bowl, you are cruel.
Yep, upside down.
Yep,
That's
okay,
one
I'm
way
in
to
trouble
look
now.
at things. That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
So yeah, pretty bad things have happened. I don't even have it.
Will be out for lunch.
It's going to be so hard to get that ball up. Best way to do it might be to push a character onto the ball and see if then Alto can pick it up and make a Lego with it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
Tough break. Tough break. And unfortunately my guard player's here. So, right, what do we need to do? We need to get a one-die block up on this Lizardman. How am I going to achieve that? The good question. First of all, it needs to be one. Might as well get Hicket up and see if we can't break apart a couple of his ginks. If we can injure one, maybe we've got a chance of still doing something. Wow, that's not good. That's even worse. Okay. Bad start for me. Not good start. All my rerolls used. He did mess that one up, but it's still not good news. He can go and win 2-1 quite comfortably now.
The attack can get
And
their
with
game
my
going again.
Star off the field, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything to stop him. I do have a chance here to bully one of his players off, but he's so hard to kill a player like that.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided.
Yeah, this is near impossible to stop him scoring at this point. If not impossible. There is a chance with the gutter runners that they can go sack the ball carrier, but it's going to be so tough. And then even if they drop it, like, who's going to pick up the ball? It's a toughie. It's a toughie.
What violence!
Yes! It's
Always
a
the big
great
thing with rat ogres I
spectacle,
found
Bob.
is that 8 armor just means they just get bullied. Absolutely bullied. Cool, well, I'm okay. Unless he goes for the both down. I even have been working on both down there just because of the... What other moves can he possibly make? I guess this one. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so my best chance is probably to try and sack the ball carrier. But with what is a question that will have to be... It's just impossible, I think. Without getting a lucky 6 here.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly. You know, head splitter?
Oh, of course I know it.
Well, he said he's going to
Okay,
fine.
there's a small chance.
Yeah, he said
Small
you'll
chance
finish
I
off
can
his
get that.
opponents far quicker.
The sport is going to the dogs.
But it's going to take all of critic to get a 1-die block. And it has to be a 6. It is a 6. He does sidestep though, so that's going to make it even trickier.
Wow.
And if it lands in the middle,
I can tell you
it's
straight,
even worse.
that hurts.
No way in hell he's going to pick it up, but then again, I think that about there's no way in hell going to. So this is the point where you just hope and pray that you can get enough players around doing the dodging. So first of all, let's do Altric, who's probably more likely to dodge than others. This isn't the best position for him, but I just want to waste some moves of theirs. And then you can come here. And of course, any of these dodges could get moved out. So it's not a great position to be in.
No, we've still got 2 legs.
Oh well, we're halfway through the first half, so quarter through the game, and it's not looking fantastic.
With crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
To just move Critic out of the way and then pick up the ball. He doesn't have... At least I have the chance to I guess it's still possible to draw, just purely because of my 1-turn touchdown possibility. But still, it's kind of lame that that's the reason why I'm okay. And especially with 1 player out and none on the reserve bench. 10 at best, it's not going to be perfect. So he moves me, that's fine, that's all he needed to do. Now just needs to get this guy to pick it up and put it down. But who would turn down a chance to beat up some rats?
Well, it is a
I'm lucky not to have more injuries though, to be honest, so I could have just said that and completely lost my wrestle.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
Yeesh, this is tough.
He made picking that ball up look easy.
Yep, so he's got a touchdown if he wants it. So now he's gonna try and lengthen it out, which is probably more beneficial for me, to be honest.
Corruption so widespread that the referees guild has set up rules concerning where,
there's so many rats on the floor.
One can accept a bribe.
So what I think I'm going to look at is the Storm Vermin going for the sack of the ball carrier. Critic goes for the play. That would be the better chance, I think. Although now it's far less probable.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Okay, there's not really many opportunities for me here. That's not a chance in hell. That one might work. But it would mean I'd have to use my blitz, so it won't work. Let's have a think. Okay, I can still do something here. Purely because of how slippy skinks are, but he has to make it out alive, which is going to be the big question, can he do it? I'm going to put my lineman to try and occupy this guy. So, we are running into one, sprinting out, going la 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 la. Oh no, and then he double clicked on a space by accident. And that would have been my chance to get the thing, but... Oh, come on, let me blitz. No, it doesn't. Well, that's fantastic. That was my fault.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say, but it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
There's nothing stopping this guy. He's got dodge and stunty. He'll be fine. He just needs to clear the way. And he can do that quite comfortably. Ow.
I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Yeah. This isn't looking good. So, he's played Lizards very well. It's just the problem with the one-time touchdown, or I guess any team that you are sort of relying on. Skaven are very sensitive to being completely punished for any double reds they roll.
Right,
and that's what I did.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
Rolled a double red, it's cost me. It's okay. We can still have fun. Remind me to turn down the I need to turn down the commentators while they're trying to speak. It's kind of a nuisance. So he manages to push me out with Zalatul. He's not going to follow up, which is sensible.
I've seen some amazing stats for a young up-and-coming Skaven player. Never misses a pass, apparently.
Yeah, I've watched him play, but when you've got 8 arms...
Still... Hey, okay. So this might be my best chance to try and get in there and do some damage. I can just... So my plan is, first of all... This is not so good, planning. Okay. Well, I was really hoping the storm vermin would get something a bit more interesting than that. Now we're relying on a dodge and a go for it. Which he makes. So, we have a chance here. 1/3 chance we can get him down. We do.
That reminds me of when I took...
Well, that makes things pretty difficult.
Final against Reitman.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
Okay, I'm slightly shocked at that. So the Saurus picks it up on a 6. Which is good for this guy. He's going to get a level up at least. But I've been getting pretty lucky with sacking. I just can't
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
It's going to be difficult,
join in the fun,
but not impossible to hold them off.
And watch it on cable vision.
Oh shit, let's just split these guys up a bit more than I actually did. Oh well. Bringing down this guy is going to be near him. Well, I could do it dwarf style and just go for it with block, hope that nothing bad happens. Now his best option here would just be to support here, push this guy away, blitz with this one and just leg it down there. That would work just fine. Doing that doesn't really help him. That does. So using a reroll, I guess that's another way of doing it. He should be able to make it fine now.
One with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
So 1-0 to him. Well played.
Touchdown! Well, it's the first of many.
I thought I was going to be clever and just go for the one-turn touchdown but quickly. Now it looks like I'm going for the one-turn touchdown, but I still have 10 players. So this is the thing. Like, if I can score another touchdown and then him not score a touchdown this half, then, well, I have ways. It's not over. Ooh, that's supposed to be well played. So, okay, so what we're planning here is just a simple one-time touchdown. How hard can it be? This time we're going to do it properly, and we're going to go for that draw, which would be
Look
really
over there.
lame.
Some cute little
My
elf
opponent, I
beauties
think he'd
are
feel
selling
cheated.
big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey,
He always has the
I'm
chance
off
of
to get one.
a
I'll be back in 5
touchdown.
minutes.
And so
I
now
think,
you
with
like
slot.
big moot sandwiches?
No way! A little elf? Yeah.
And if I can somehow get some injuries in shortly, that will also make my life a lot easier. So, yep. Okay, we need the guard. So the guard can go here. Just trying to think how to do this. So he sits in there, he goes for the ball there, and he makes a run for it. Easy peasy. Nothing to it. In fact, we could even put him there. No, he needs to be out. Shame. Nope, there is no point in doing this. Okie dokie. And where's my gutter runner? Up there with the rest of them. Okay, so I just have to hope he kicks it straight into my hands, my thrower. He doesn't have
The
kicks,
ball's
so
in
there's...
play. There's going to be trouble.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnibel,
Oh,
coach
yay.
and owner of the Goblin Lowdown
Blitz
Bats
event.
team. In yesterday's
Well,
Spike
that's another way
magazine,
to
he said
finish
that
off the
Blood
game nice and
Bowl
quick.
was like war. No winners, just survivors.
It's always the problem when setting up for a one-turn
About as
touchdown
deep
if
as his
someone can
team's
blitz you,
position in the
but
rankings.
it's a little unfortunate when it happens. Especially when the ball is so blatantly gonna... I was really hoping if the kick had landed off, then we would have been okay, but... Oh dear. Blood Bowl is a crueler game than I remember it being ever to me. No, no double reds. And a knockout.
Finally, there's
he
one
just
that
get
lets
up?
his
No, he was
biceps
up.
do the talking.
Yeah, but from his
There's another one
opponent's
that
point of
just
view, it was a short conversation. He didn't react fast enough there.
No,
Now,
to
skinks
be
aren't
effective,
necessarily
you've
the
got to
best
get your
catchers, but
retaliation
unfortunately,
in
if he
first.
gets enough skinks around where the ball is going to land, there's a good chance chance of them all fumbling it is going to be pretty hard. It's low, in fact. So, yeah. He's going to have a nice setup. However, if he misses the catch, it falls around here, that's fine. I can still do something. So he's not really secured against that.
Good job.
Unfortunately,
there
that
from a pair of safe
doesn't
hands.
seem to stop him.
Ah, and do you remember Snake Sanders?
Yes, he was granted a hypnotic gaze after a Chaos Cup victory.
That's it. The gift proved his downfall because when he catches sight of himself in a mirror or a puddle, he gets rooted to the spot.
Not easy to handle that.
I miss playing vampires. So it's one dodge there and then another dodge. It's just not worth it. Nope. Okay, so this star player moves forward and achieves very little. This is going to be problematic. So if I can somehow isolate this guy, keep these in check, see if we can't put Aldrich in a good position to do something if the ball goes loose in the next 2 turns. It does require an amount of sod it. I I should have moved him there before.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the motley horde, just made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Okay, so we'll just... He's fine there. No, he can... So we can just get him there. Oh, he's used dodge. He makes the other one. Then we move there. And... that's probably all we can do here. I did want to tangle these three up, but with 4 tackle zones around this player, maybe I'll be okay. I'm not sure why he's blitzing that one of all the ones. I guess he had guard, but that's not really...
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow!
Aha, so he's just watching I'll-touch, which is about as what you would expect. However, we have the backup plan of just sprinting this guy up and making a long pass if we need to. And it would be a bit of a crazy idea to just try and... Maybe this guy should be up here as well, but hey. Only one way I can score now. I have to hope this guy can catch even partially well. I have to hope these 3 can do something. Really, he needs to be the one making the throw, so... It is tricky. It is tricky.
Well, this player slips between the other one's hands.
So his stunty gets him out,
Did you know that
which is quite good.
devised a very special tactic?
I was sort of thinking...
What was it?
To avoid losing the
risk
ball,
it, but
he swallowed it
he doesn't
and
drop
then
the
made
ball.
for the opposition end zone. That little
That's
trick came to
problematic.
an end at the day of
Well played.
advantage.
Yes, 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 yes! Whoa, yes, yes, go!
All right, it's just one touchdown.
This is not going well. Okay. Ow. I have one chance to get a redeeming touchdown in, so that's something, right? Maybe this time it won't be a blitz. Okay, well, only one thing for it, which is... Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. Did my one turner disappear? There we go. Right, well, he's back on, but unfortunately it cost us. Oh, my lord. This is getting annoying. So...
The most famous Skaven player of all time? No doubt Tar Surehands.
He had 2 heads and 4 arms.
Oh, he was a great player, but he died during the match.
Yes,
well, nothing you can do
his 2
but...
heads had a violent argument and he strangled himself to death.
Play?
The ball goes skywards and the match is on.
Oh, good. The ball lands far, far away. Doesn't help me. Doesn't help at all. Okay, well, first things first, we need to remove this annoying player. And the only... Oh, there's too many mess-up opportunities. Okay. Just gonna have to do it with one die and use critic to pick up the ball.
That's one regulation clobbering.
So this is 3 2 pluses and a 3 plus that this might
The player
work.
gets hold of the ball.
So far, fail.
Idiot! This one can say goodbye to the match
Oh
bonus
dear
now.
lord. Oh dear Lord. This game is depressing. Just, oh Lord, ow.
Looks like there was some bad blood between.
This is the only thing I dislike about Blood Bowl, is it just takes so long to finish a game.
Body parts.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Bit of an upsetting game, but it's okay. One day, can't win them all. And it is a game of luck, and you can only laugh at sometimes. Though the Rat Ogre will be... I don't know, could be worth just getting rid of him, because it's just team value is too high for what he does, which isn't very much. Gotta be prepared to make these key decisions. Half time! So that was a bit depressing. 2-0. I'm looking at probably losing this quite badly. I can't see me defending very well against the Saurus on the defense, because obviously, how would you defend with Skaven against Saurus? Not easily, that's how. But I will not be brought down yet. I will keep trying. I can at least try and score a touchdown. Okay, let's do this, guys. 10 versus 11, 2-0 down. I don't think much else could go too much wrong, so we've probably weathered at least half of the worst.
Each time I played against them, they thought I was an opponent, when of course, it was them.
Yes, I see.
Blood Bowl 2 is coming out. At the moment, I've been quite fixed on Rome Total War 2, so I'm not sure what my feelings about Blood Bowl is. The games take a long time. I mean, it's not like a game of Total War or Dota to a degree where you can just jump on and have a single game and then carry on with whatever you're doing. You have to properly commit to a game of Blood Bowl. It's a lot of waiting around, which is fine. It's a really good game. I've really enjoyed it. I've plugged a lot of hours into it, but it's fallen off of my list, even though I know most of you subscribe to that. But I will keep trying to bring some stuff if I can. Just don't be too surprised if it turns more to those games that I can easily play quite quickly. I dropped out of the UK Blood Bowl League to catch up with real life work, etc. So in the same way my YouTube channel with Blood Bowl all took a bit of a hit as well. But hey, no worries. Let's first of all enjoy the game, right? Sorry. Okay, let's see if my kicks can match his. Yeah, it's a pretty strong kick, but unfortunately he gets the high kick event, so he'll just stand right underneath it. In fact, actually, it's not that strong a kick at all. It's dead center. It's about perfect where you would like it. Bit of a tough one. Great start, though.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
So what's my plan? I can't really break this front line at all.
Around the stadium.
They're all strength 4 or 5 and going to beat me up. So I need to work my way around, see if he can form into a box, but more importantly, I just need him to mess up the pickup, really. If he messes up the pickup, maybe I can get a gutter runner in there and just sneak out with the ball. It's just,
right in the face.
If he's clever though, he'll bring in the skinks to support around the pickup. So
yeah, they don't know whether to send
doesn't
on a
seem to be doing that. So
or a coffin.
and I just need one gap and one messy pickup from him, and I can really take this to him. And he has already lost a reroll.
pathetic to see a so-called professional
That's what I need.
doing a
Right.
thing like that.
Amateur!
So let's move this guy in around here. We can try and get him. Block off here. And it's a success.
Do you know where the sewer runners get their name from? They only defeated the All-Stars, who were winning 6-0 at halftime. While his teammates were getting pounded, a certain Kuitha decided to abandon the pitch and went into the sewers below the stadium. He came up in the opposition end zone.
I remember it well. He did
See
it
if this guy
7
can make a
times
couple
to
of
score
dodges.
7 touchdowns.
I'm going to be risky. I want to make a brave play here and try and flood through this gap. So I'm going to go with my... Yeah, that was always going to happen. At least that works.
Boom! In the face!
Unfortunately, that doesn't really help
uppercut. Well done!
too much with the getting through the gap unless I make a go for it. Luckily I do. Now it's just a matter of pushing forward. And going to go and pick up the ball, which I will leave to Altuik,
Missed!
who fails
The
the
ball
pickup.
bounced everywhere!
But the
I
good
was
news
told
is
that you
that
can
he's
find round
relatively
balls.
locked
Much
down.
less
I
fun.
might be able to just get this one through. He has a couple of Saurus he can bring on to bear, but maybe if I get lucky again, hey. It was always a bit of a risk, but at least I'm on the right side of the line now with a couple of players. And better to be contesting the ball in his half than my half. So let's think about this.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say, but it really only comes down to taking
Here
a few
comes the
hits.
blitz, which is successful. Whether he'll push it into the ball, yes he does, which makes the
You
pickup a
think he'll
lot
be able
easier
to
for
get up
him.
after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
However, he messes that up, and that's not much more successful. So, Altuik doing his job very well. If we can keep wasting rerolls with my opponent like this, that would be fantastic. He doesn't have a reroll for the pickup, which means that he could mess up again. Even if he doesn't, I've got a few players who are willing to move in. It makes him sound quite... they're going to move in. He's got this player who can come and address the ball as well, but maybe I can make some pushes, try and get these, and all I need to do is pop the ball loose for Altuik to touch Tuik. I keep calling it, I think Tuik's a better name, but it is definitely touch.
Seems like they tried to pick something
So
up.
there's the failed
but it
pickup,
wasn't
which
the
is what I
ball.
need.
Maybe they found a gold coin.
This guy has sidestep, so I don't really want to push him. This guy, on the other hand, might be a good target. What I'm going to do is just get rid of this player on the edge here.
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked him senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin
The
with.
Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
So, simple. The thrower simply pushes this player onto the ball, who will hope... Ooh, does not pick up the ball. That was pretty bad. Let me just try and push the player out. Perfect. Now it's just a simple matter of picking up the ball.
Good recovery.
And making a
I
touchdown.
think that his opponent made a move.
Okay, that's something.
To find a way back into the match.
I think that it was pure luck, but they made prove me.
At least that's something. We've scored back, and I guess there's the potential now to make it a draw, but it's going to be tricky. Same position, I have no changes to make. getting lucky. It did cost him a couple of bad rolls, but that's basically how I lost my 2 touchdowns in the last half anyway, so something at least to save my dignity. Let's have a look. I'll touch is only one thing off one SPP off a level up. Be interested to see what you could give him. Sure feet would be the obvious option with that sprint, just means he just can sprint so much further. Again, it's just a case of if we can just get through the line, then maybe...
I'm sorry, that's an old reflex on hearing the starting whistle.
Then...
It's in the pocket. Or should I
unfortunately,
say
now he has
hand.
the ball, which is always the
People
problematic
say
part.
that the Lizardmen were
Sacking the
first
ball carrier,
practitioners
who's a
of
skink,
Blood
is
Bowl.
always
Yeah,
tricky.
I heard that recently. Probably explains why they're so good at it.
So, predictably, he's going to go for a cage setup and just try and roll down the field. That's a good idea. I don't blame him. Does, however, mean that if his slow score turns into a bad bit of luck, I can convert this into a draw quite neatly.
Ouch!
First, my
Little baby
rats
gets
have
his
to
medicine
survive.
and he's having a little
This
nap.
will be tricky.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives
Especially
one
now down
generously for
now
that
down to
player,
9
makes him
players,
has
it's
come
going to be
on
even harder to
leaps and
sack a
bounds
ball
since
carrier.
your days, Bob.
I hope so, Jim. Yes, I hope so.
I don't know if we really like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate
And
it.
my players are definitely getting pummeled. Ow, that's 8
You can't
players on the
say
pitch.
much about that.
Okay, well, this could be a
Full-blooded,
quick
but
end of
perfectly
half
legal.
3-1, but
Wow.
we'll see.
I didn't see that one coming.
Man, nor did the player, or he would have ducked.
Need to injure a couple of Saurus warriors. That would be fun. And as you can see, I'm sort of being put on the ropes here, and everything's not perfect. Formation's fallen apart, gaps forming,
Look over
skinks in
there.
the back.
Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to
We're
get
going to
one.
have to just try and make the blocks that
And
we
so now
can.
you like big moot sandwiches?
No way.
It's a 1-die block, and I realise that's risky,
It
but
seems this player does
getting
all
the resources for
talking with
2-die
the
blocks
And they
is just
clearly
near
know how to
impossible.
get heard.
Okay, that makes the gap that I want, even if the gap will probably prove to not be so useful. I just want to try and harass and out-touch their back line, at least try and push them into some sort of... I'm not even going to re-roll that.
Looks like there was some bad blood
Well,
between
that's
those
another
two,
one.
eh, Bob?
Should have re-rolled that.
Something to do with swapped body parts.
So, not looking great, I'm going to be honest. 12... Turn 12, and he has free run, and my injury wing has got very full suddenly. But then again, this is about as much as I was expecting to be beaten up by this point. You can't really imagine Skaven going into a punching match with Lizardmen, or even a match at all,
Every
and
now
not
and
coming out
again,
with a
the
good
Blood
few
Bowl
amount
throws
of
up a real
KOs
mixed
and
bag of
injuries.
a
So
Like
it's
the
just a
Motley
shame the
Horde
players that have
is
been
made up of
injured.
a bunch of misfits.
So that Rat Ogre
Can't be
was one
easy
of
to
the
coach
few
those cast-offs every day of the week.
players who could hold his own against the vast majority of them, and there's another KO.
He
So
sent
this
him
one could be
down
a very
for chat
slow,
with the
slow
astrogranite.
grind down the bot, just to make sure I don't score a one-turn
Yes,
touchdown.
it's nice to see an uppercut followed by a double
It would make
backflip.
it doesn't make any sense for him to score quickly here. He's got the win in the bag. I have a grand total of 6 players left on the pitch. Oh, that wasn't out touch either that I used. It was critic.
That's one regulation clobbering.
Doesn't look like he'll be getting back on
Oh,
his feet just
let's
soon.
see. We're getting
He should be up before
getting cruel
next
and
week's
harsh.
match.
fine if we're going to play it that way. Let's dance. Wait. Oh, that wasn't very clever of me. That's not how you should do it, but it'll do. Yeah, as I said, this is going to probably be a quite quick half. I've got a couple of turn moves to make, and that's about it. Looks like he's set his mind on destroying the entirety of my team and then leaving, which isn't great. It isn't great.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines.
But it should mean that everyone's
Were
moves
you
are quite
playing at
quick
the time in
and
an
simple.
Albion league, a second division that prohibited spell casting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping.
Oh no, he's going to go for the quick whip.
Unless the fan climbs down from the dance rock.
That means I have to try my one-turn touchdown
It's
again.
certainly not a point on the scoreboard, but the match isn't over till it's over.
Do you have any other deep insights like that?
Okay, at least have two players back. This is still a rough game. At least he got a player sent off. That's something. No halfling master chef to save me now. Okay. So that sort of lowers out the gauntlet a little bit there, doesn't it? Where's the best place to go through? Well, it's actually around here. He's not done the best job of defending against me. Because I can just move my players here. So
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
fortunately I need
Who
to
could
have-
forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusader
This is gonna be
Stadium
Kirk as
to
well.
sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that.
Now, here's
People were
hoping
blinded
that
for
the ball
miles around
actually
the
lands
stadium.
somewhere near my thrower. Because I desperately need it to.
The ball's in play.
Oh, please don't move clock back one turn. That doesn't make me feel better about this. It does land at least near the thrower, which is something. So, first things first, Knuturk has to take down... Oh, come on! Give me a break. I just wanted to score a one-turn touchdown here.
I think he's singing him a lullaby.
That doesn't really help me either. Such a bad way to do it. Okay, well, gotta try. There you go, at least he made the dodge. Run up, throw the ball.
Oh, no, another one who actually plays the ball.
Strange that the Lizardmen don't win more matches. They've got players that are fast on their feet and others that are quite strong.
Yeah, but they've also got players that are weak and others that can't pick up a ball.
Yeah, I suppose we look at it from that angle.
Well, that was almost a disaster. I just want this game to end. I don't want it to go back another turn. This infinite amount of faffing around is not doing me any good. But at the same time, he should. At least it should be a little bit tricky for him to get the ball in that position. Oh wait, no, not really. You can just punch out this player and come round. Doesn't even need to punch out that player. You can just literally go bang like that. Come on. No. Need to forward critic.
He's got a hand to the ball.
Yeah, now he's looking around for support. You think he'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
Now Critic can go and make a handoff to Fintook, who will then play the ball to Altook, that will then carry the ball all the way. Easy. However, the only problem is they will not let that happen in. Though he's not making the moves I was expecting him to make.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on cable vision.
No, I think it's just going to have to be. Ow. Oh, that's two
And they're
knockdowns.
off the pitch.
I was told
That's unpleasant.
if he hit him any harder, he'd have punched him straight into the infirmary.
Don't worry, that's where he'll be waking up.
Oh, this game is
Poetry
going
in
horribly
motion.
again.
What we'd like to see
More often.
Yep, looks like I'm going to have to make a pass that will hopefully be caught. Yeah, it's not going well.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
A drop of the shoulder, and the player is past.
Perfect dodge.
Dodgy Dodgerson, the Goblin, would have been proud of that one.
Let's hope no stunty players catch the ball. Doesn't matter, he did make the pass anyway.
We could change the outcome of the whole match.
Let's not get too carried away.
I believe this was the team that had the amazing thrower who never missed a throw. Now they're not doing that. Okay, it's fine. Only 3 more turns.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits?
Humiliation.
The team that is made up of a mix of evil
So,
players?
what could I have done differently?
The most evil supporters
Well,
of the year award.
I suppose I
Fully
could have probably
merited from what I've
tried
seen.
a little bit harder to get that one-turn touchdown one turn. Ow.
He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean? That player's gonna add a new star to his collection.
That's why they're always on the front page of
Might
Spike
as well go
magazine.
dead, to be honest. I have a grand total of 5 players on the pitch. I think this guy is going to be cruel and just try and make me try and score another. Can he just leave me be? I don't really want to try and score another. I want it to be over. Good news is oh, this is just depressing. My classic apothecary is always sticking their knives accidentally in the players'
Clean
skulls.
take up there. Nothing to say.
And I don't have any remark to add, my friend.
Yeah, now I'm just going to get pummeled.
This player
These
has
games
opened
are
the
so
slapping
painful
box
to
and
keep
gives
playing.
rather generously.
But it's not over yet. I'm going to make a sprint for that skink and try and stop him scoring.
I've seen some amazing stats for a young up-and-coming
Oh,
Skaven
that's gonna
player.
make things
Never
more
misses a pass, apparently.
Yeah, I watched him play. We've got 8
Let's
marks.
go! I could have got a 2-die block, but feck it. I don't want it. Back. Oh well, it was impressive enough that he didn't die when he got there. There you go. Try and make it as awkward as possible. They're doing quite a good job of dodging. That's the one positive thing. With no tackle, he could just dodge out and it wouldn't be really a problem. But I mean, if he wanted, he could even do after knocking this player back, so let's just wait and see what happens. How much will I get punished for my heinous ways playing Skaven?
You know Head Splitter?
Oh, of course I know him.
Well, he said he's going to be less fun.
So he didn't make the move that I thought he was
said you'll finish
make.
off his opponents far quicker.
So I would have thought he'd just try and do that if he was going for quick, but maybe he doesn't want to do quick. Maybe he wants to score on the 16th turn. Okay, I suppose he could just blitz out as well. Or blitz with this player. And roll that. Which is fine by me. Okay, we move this player across, which is a 2+, and then go. Oh, no, gets knocked out.
What a sissy! That one can't hold the ground.
At least it's over. Pretty painful game. Losing 4-1 is better than 4-0, but still.
As soon as he throws his
There
first
you go.
punch.
He's got his
We know
clear
the
run.
opponent will be out for lunch.
Thing is with Lizardmen is he will level up these skinks very quickly, but they will be such a bloat on his team value, and then not really that great as late game sort of higher end players. You have to have a skink that's, you know, sometimes you get one turn of skinks, which is fantastic.
That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the 91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
Now, skinks are about as stupid as you can get. Each time
Okay,
I played against
GG.
them, they thought I was an opponent.
Now, I have no thrower to make the pass, I have 2 skinks. And not enough players to put on the front lines, I think, to even clear the lines. So I'm just going to have to go for a sprint through the lines. Let's have a look. Yeah, I have a grand total of 5 players on the pitch. Okay. You know what? Whatever. No problem. We can make this work. No, wait, we can't make this work. Doesn't make any sense. There's no way this can work. Critic needs to pick up the ball. Outer it can technically take it past this guy. Kinetic can do whatever he damn well pleases. This is Kinetic. We can at least try for 4-2.
And they're off!
It's unlikely to happen. Oh, he gets an extra reroll. No good to him. Okay, let's do this, boys. Pick
Good
up.
hand skills.
Pass.
The ball is
The
caught.
ball changes hands.
That'll do nicely.
The opponent is left just flapping around.
That's what I call it.
Only badly.
Without his armor, that player could have been hurt.
It hurts.
It's GG and a pretty poor loss for me.
I'm not going to like that.
Seems that I haven't
That match
quite
certainly went down
retained
well.
my ability
Just
to
look
play
at
this
the
game,
market
although I
cap.
do feel
What'd you
slightly
expect?
cheated on
It
the
had everything.
dice.
You could see the difference
So,
between the
let's
two
have a
teams
say.
as they positioned themselves at the start of the match.
On one side, a set
So
of
not a
heavyweight
fantastic
pros,
amount
and on the other,
of anything
a troop
coming
of
out of that
Boy
match.
Scouts.
Like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh,
they
well.
can't have any qualms about
So I
that.
hope you guys enjoyed
What do you
Blood Bowl
expect
again.
from a team
I wouldn't
that
expect too
can't
much
keep
of it,
the
but I'll
ball?
try and
Collective
keep you
suicide?
sated
He
for
was
as
the
much as I
best player
can.
out there, but on his own, he could
Stay
not
safe,
deliver
guys.
a win.
I'll catch you
Yeah,
later.
the coach is